Good afternoon. Welcome to the April 21st meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority, commencing just about 1 minute to 3. May we have the roll call, please?
Authority members Draymond.
Here.
Friedman.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Prazian.
Here.
Quintero.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Vice Chair Mincy.
Here. May we have your report, please?
The agenda for the April 21, 2009 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, April 16, 2009 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
And what's next?
Next is, this is time provided for the selection of the chair of the Housing Authority for the following year. And at this point, we'll declare, we'll take nominations. So are there any nominations for the chair? Don't all, jump in at once. Someone has to chair the meeting, folks.
You're doing a fine job.
If only we could go on like this. Authority member Draymond.
Sorry, Don. I would nominate. I can nominate more than one person. Correct?
Sure.
Yes. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's all right. I'd like to nominate Mr. Weaver, and
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Mr. Mincy.
I'll second it.
Move to close.
There's no need for a second. Okay. Are there any other nominations? Okay.
City Clerk, I'd like to decline.
Okay.
Well, that's like last night.
City Clerk?
Does the nominator withdraw?
Well, that's what I was just going to turn to Mr. Weaver and ask him if he would like me to do that.
Yes.
Then I would withdraw Mr. Weaver's name as nomination, but I would like to leave Mr. Mincy's name.
Okay.
As the vice chair.
No,
as
this is for chair.
As chair.
Okay. Are there any other nominations?
Well, then I'd like to nominate Laura Friedman as the chair.
Okay.
Will my colleague, Mr. Weaver, reconsider?
No.
Okay. There are
Please.
Authority member Draymond.
I'd also like to nominate Mr. Najarian.
Okay.
For chair or vice chair?
Chair.
Chair.
The nomination for the vice chair will be taken separately after we have appointed a chair. Okay. Are there any further nominations?
Which way we're going to do this now?
We do
Okay.
by name?
We can, if there's a consensus amongst the authority members as to how this can be done, we can either take the first nomination or we can go, I would rather go through the roll and you can state your preference. We have a nomination of authority member Mincy, authority member Friedman, and authority member Najarian. So when your name is called, please, if you can mention one of those three names for the record. Housing authority member Draymond.
Najarian.
Housing authority member Friedman.
Najarian.
Housing authority member Mincy.
Najarian.
Housing authority member Najarian.
Friedman.
Housing authority member Prazian.
Najarian.
Housing authority member Quintero.
Nominated Friedman. I'll go with Friedman.
Housing authority member Weaver.
Don, I love you, but I think the chair ought to be a council member.
I do too.
I'll vote for Mr. Najarian.
I now declare Housing Authority member R. Najarian the duly elected chair of the Glendale Housing Authority of the City of Glendale. All right.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support and your nominations. And I think we'll have an exciting year ahead of us with several projects underway, affordable housing, and always a challenge to meet the needs of the community with regards to housing. Let's move on to item 4. The next item, please.
Next item, actually, before we do that, will be the business before the Housing Authority at this time will be the nomination of the vice chair. And since you are the chair, you can actually conduct this portion.
Okay, we're now going to take nominations for the position of vice chair. working closely with the chair of the Housing Authority, dealing with these issues affecting the community, and I'll take nominations. Mr. Draymond.
I would like to nominate Don Mincy, Authority Member Mincy,
Are there any other nominations?
Agency Member Mincy.
Seeing no other nominations, I will close the nominations, leaving Mr. Mincy as the sole nominee. Let's take roll call, please.
Authority Member Draymond.
Mincy.
Authority Member Friedman.
Mincy.
Authority Member Mincy.
Mincy.
Authority Member Prazian.
Mincy.
Authority Member Quintero.
Muncie.
Authority Member Weaver.
Let me think about it. Nancy.
And Authority Chair Najarian.
Mincy, make it unanimous. Congratulations, Mr. Mincy.
Thank you. I would just like to mention that I really welcome Laura Friedman as our new member of the Housing Authority. This is an area, this group, where we have a lot more fun than you do in the evening. Because we're accomplishing, if you drive around town, you will find buildings with dozens and dozens of senior citizens that have housing, dozens and dozens of homeowners, or I should say families, working families, with children that have not been able to get a home. And we have several projects in the works, so you'll be involved with we hope, with the ribbon cuttings and so forth, including Habitat for Humanity, one of their largest projects. So I just wanted to welcome you, and I know we're going to have a good year.
Thank you. I look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you, and congratulations. Now we'll go to item 4, minutes.
Item 4 is approval of minutes of the meeting held on Tuesday, March 24, 2009.
So moved.
Second.
And if there are no corrections or objections, the minutes will stand as submitted. Next item, please.
Next item, Mr. Chair, is oral communications, and there were no cards submitted.
Okay, I will close oral communications then. Are there any staff comments or authority member comments? There are none.
Move we adjourn.
Mr. Draymond.
I do have one. I just wanted to make sure that the request for the agendized item from last Tuesday, or the Tuesday before, I'm sorry, I can't remember, is in process somewhere. And that relates to a sort of, I don't know what to call it, Madeline, sort of a...
Home sharing. Home sharing.
sorry?
Home sharing.
Yes,
We got that
At least a
information.
report or something.
And we're doing, the reason it's taking a little while, we're doing some research on the past program that we operated so that we can have the...
Background.
Yeah, the background on that. So it'll be probably certainly within the next month.
And could I encourage you also to take a look at what City of Los Angeles did as well?
Will do.
Santa Monica, I believe.
Santa
also
Monica,
had
right.
Successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll get that on as soon as feasible. There are no other comments?
I'll
Mr. Starbird.
Just a very quick one. It seems we shouldn't let this meeting pass. I don't think there's been a public acknowledgement of Madeline Blake's announcement, effective July 2nd.
I think she's
Her
retiring.
retirement after 28 years with the City of Glendale, literally helping to form and direct and create the Community Development Housing Department. She's set a relatively short fuse here, about 6 weeks. About 6
What's the
weeks. July 2nd, I think, is... July 2nd is your first day of retirement?
June 2nd.
June 2nd. See, I keep trying to push it back June 2nd. So there'll be more that we'll say about Madeline, but I didn't want this meeting to go by without acknowledging that she has made the announcement. Will be sorely missed in this community and in the organization. There'll be opportunities to regale her and her tribute to her and her service at a later time.
Thank you, Madeline. It's going to be a sad 6 weeks as we somehow get ready to deal with...
Oh, we'll kick her around as much as we possibly can between now and then, however. We might even get a whole year's worth in between now and then.
Are we through?
There are no other comments?
I'll second Mr. Weaver's
Okay.
motion.
Then the Housing Authority is adjourned.
Bravo.